everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I am Jamie.
And we've just given up trying to hide the idols.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, there it is.
We just laid it on your desk, buddy.
Yes, thank you. Oh, should I play it? How should I do? How should I open it? I'm like, no, Cody. No, don't do it, Cody. Don't do it.
I know, don't open the Beware Advantage. Although it did pay off because that was super fun. Like kudos to him.
I did not see that come because I was like going, okay. First, I wasn't aware of the 90-minute episode. I didn't check the messages, and I go, there's still like 15 minutes left. Then they went to commercial. I go, all right, there's not going to be a twist because there's not going to be somebody flipped their vote.
Right. They're not going to rocks.
Right. And I said, wait, how did Cody get a vote?
Yeah.
But why didn't Justine and
Noelle,
why did they split their vote? She would have gone home no matter what.
Yeah.
I go,
well, because one was obsessed with her Precious, and the other one was thinking about the next Lexus she was going to pick.
Oh my God, that's all I could think about when she was like, I've got a great lying face, and I'm like, I know Alexis that's sitting on the side of the road in the desert somewhere that agrees.
Yep.
I liked that tribe though. I didn't really want to see anybody go. I thought they were pretty good.
I like all of the tribes.
Yeah, but I thought that there wasn't anybody on there. I go, well, I hate to see anybody on this tribe go.
Yeah.
But they were terrible in the challenge.
Oh, yes. So embarrassing. Oh man.
And when I saw her drop that bag with the piece in it, I was like, send her home now.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you know you needed the bag? I mean, they gave you the bag, so you know you needed the.
And it seemed like. It doesn't it seem like it wasn't like it's a frazzled crazy mess and it fell off the table. That happens sometimes. It was like I don't want it.
Yeah. And they looked like they were exhausted too.
Yeah.
No sense of urgency. What are they doing?
Jeff was super irritated. He was on high loser alert.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so overall tonight's episode, I don't love the 90 minutes just for the sake of time, because I get tired, not of watching, but just, we do the broadcast at 8:30 now, and we're generally done by 10 o'clock, and it's like life-changing to finish a podcast at 10 o'clock instead of after midnight. So, like, honestly, I feel like I've been spoiled for the last few months that I'm like, all right, I got to go to bed soon. Like, why are we doing this till 9:30? However, I am actually truly enjoying the extra character development. Like, generally, we go to tribal council. I'm sorry, we have the challenge, and then after that, 100% of the screen time is totally like dedicated to the team that is going to tribal council. And we got like full on scenes and development from all three of them after, which was shocking. So
yeah, I was watching. I go, no wonder I can't get on. I just don't have I'm not interesting. I don't have that thing. You
just got to figure out what your thing is and then really play it up.
And then just commercialize it the best you can.
Okay,
exactly.
I'll work on it.
I think that with there's so many different Survivor versions now, right? With South Africa and Australia on the top of the list, next to the US version, something that they all do is really work on character development, and they allow, like with extra episodes, they're allowed that time for people to really dig into who they want to win based on who they are as a person, not just the little mini clips we see of their game.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think they're listening to the fan base a little bit more this season, and things feel a little bit less jumbled, a little bit more thought through without like 50,000 new directions to follow.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I know some people don't like it. They just want to see the game, but I enjoy it because you go, oh man, I feel okay. Yeah, I could vote for it. Yeah, because when Cody was talking about his friend, I'm like going, oh man, geez, that sucks. And
yeah.
And I'm with you, Colleen, on the time. The time frame kind of stinks, but it's also sort of great that we're not getting like our gameplay isn't getting interrupted to do a flashback about like your brother's cousin's best friend who died at their wedding.
Yeah.
You know, like you're getting the whole story of who they are right up front, and I kind of prefer this to the older way of doing it.
I like Chris Dorn.
Yes, so we're joined live tonight via the YouTube's stream. Chris says even Ben thought that idol was too easy to find.
I do like that it wasn't, the stupid, you have to say, okay, my parrot walked sideways or whatever, the stupid sayings are.
Yes,
I said,
they're not doing that.
I said, how's he going to get the beads? And it was Jesse that came up with the idea. Put your hat. Jesse's smart. Jesse, I mean, obviously he went to Berkeley and Duke. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah. His specialty in life is understanding groups of like social groups of people and how they interact and rule with each other. And yeah, he's going to be dangerous. I'm telling you.
Right. Do I have Jesse? No, I have Ellie as my winner's pick. Jamie has Jesse. I feel more and more that Jamie might have the correct winner's pick.
I really love Ellie too, though. She's growing on me a lot.
Yes.
But the problem with Jesse, though, is people are going to, he already has that friction with his on-island husband.
Yeah.
With Dwight.
Dwight, yes. And I thought it was funny when he bent down to propose to him. I thought it was hilarious. I said, this tribe is funny.
Yes, that was really, really fun. And then the preview for next week continues that joke, and it looks like that is going to be pretty fun too. The good news is, though, this is early enough in the season that if you get a tribe swap or they don't go to tribal again, like, that might diffuse some of the tension. So, yeah, I'm not willing to call it on Jesse, like, peaking too early just yet, but I do really like him. And Miami Mike said, I think they made the Beware Advantage super easy to find because they really just wanted someone trying to get the beads. And
yeah, they really wanted the gameplay, right?
I thought there was no way he was going to get them all.
You know what? I didn't either. But then when we didn't see it, I was like, oh, I bet you we're going to find out, like, in a flashback at Tribal that.
Yep.
But it was awesome. Like, and it was, like, totally perfect for what we see this character's personality. It was set up with the stupid Pomfrand hat earlier on. It was like Chekhov's Pomfrand hat. Like, really enjoyed it. So
yeah.
Hey, and I've got to say, I love the fact that we got to see his backstory with his friend and stuff. But in the pictures of him when he was little, he has the same hair notches. He has been rocking those since he was a toddler. That is awesome.
It's his thing.
Where is he from? I might need to pull out my notes because he has
Iowa or.
How does he have
Idaho.
that like Creole accent with?
Well, he lives in Hawaii now, but I think he lived in a town of 1,000. He said.
Yeah, he's from Iowa and now he lives in Hawaii. So where did he get that accent from?
Probably from Hawaii. He probably hangs
like a
out
blend.
With people that have generations of ancestors that live on that island.
Okay, because even Zach asked, he was like, "Where is he from?" And I was like, "I don't know."
and they're beat up. I mean, he had cuts all over his body.
He was all cut up. Janine somehow injured her face because they started the episode.
She did when she went under the log thing.
Yeah, in the sand. Yeah. Okay. Every time I look at it,
can we get her a Band-Aid, some makeup or something? I don't know.
It's kind of oozy, honey. It's oozy.
So at the risk of...
Luckily I don't have any food because it'd be making me sick.
At the risk of, treading a fine line here, did anybody else think it was really funny that the ass man tattoo got the beads? No?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's living.
He's living, man. All right. Let's see. What else about this episode? Do you guys...
like when he said, I could be the first one to climb. I'm probably the first one ever to climb that. No one's ever climbed it before.
And then he jumped...
When he was talking about the
cliff thingy, right?
Yeah, and then Omer from last season is tweeting out, like, he's literally jumping into our, like, designated defecation zone.
No!
Yeah.
Nice.
We got to bring back poop by the ocean.
Well, I'm sure it's cycled by now, really.
Surely
Yeah.
the tides have done the work, right?
So, did you guys like the bead thing instead of the having to essentially you're doing your own personal challenge instead of having to say the phrase.
It's so much better.
100% better.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't feel embarrassing to watch.
Yeah,
Right.
and and plus was it Jesse said, did you not watch Survivor 41 and 42?
I know why.
Why would you pick it up? And it's like,
Why did you do it?
Personally, I would have. Okay, who don't I like on this tribe? Who do I want off? Oh, Justine. Here you go. Because even he basically said she was going home and said she goes, yeah, I saw the hat. The sun was in my eyes, and he goes, maybe he could make me one. Well, if you're still here.
If you're still here. I love that one salesperson says to another salesperson, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Do you think that Justine was the right call, or would you have been on Team Vote Up NECA?
NECA made a huge mistake, and she wasn't very good. The whole challenge, she was terrible. I would have. I mean, it's just one challenge, but still, it was a big loss. So I would have voted. I would have, but it depends. She was great around camp, and they all seemed to get along, except Justine. The only mistake she made was she didn't talk with Cody.
Right, and they all seemed to be. It seemed that NECA was probably kept more because she was a better ally to Jesse.
Yeah.
Right.
Who seems to be running the show.
She was helpful in the camp, right? They were saying she's great around camp, just not in the competitions. And I mean, even Jesse's kind of laughing. It's like, maybe I'm hungry, but Justine's really annoying. And I can tell that they were very annoyed with her, just like when him and Dwight were sitting there talking, and then she kind of started walking up, and they're like, there's spiders here.
Yes.
Spider Queen.
So many spiders. Run, Justine.
Run. Well, and also, he says, Justine lives a city away from where I grew up, but I think she's just a different kind of person, which I believe is code for she and I come from drastically different socioeconomic backgrounds, and I don't think that she has a clue what the real world is like. That's how I read into that.
Yeah.
That was Jesse that said that, right?
Jesse said that, yeah.
I got roped into a gang. She wrecked her parents' Lexus.
Yeah, she had to buy a new Lexus.
Yeah.
Had to go get a new one.
I was running for my life. She stole a Lexus, or she bought a Lexus.
Yeah. She bought a Lexus to repair it for parts.
Yes.
Still don't know what happened to the other.
I still think she came across nicer than, again, I think she was wearing, I think it was what Cody, when she said, can you make that longer? That's where I sleep.
Right.
And his look was just like
seriously, lady?
Yeah. And again, they don't build the shelters. Again, I don't know if they can't have 4 walls and they don't put enough. I mean, when you're Cody, I get it. He's bored. He's jumping over here. He's jumping over there. Build yourself a shelter that you can get some rest in.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it up. We're fine. And then here comes this terrible storm. I was up all night long. I couldn't sleep. Well, build a better shelter.
I'm just saying, if you have watched Survivor for at least 5 or 6 years, you don't even have to watch it from the beginning. 5 or 6 years should do you to realize you need one strong wall and you need a roof. Yeah. And without those things, you're going to be sitting in the rain, probably multiple nights.
And when you're all soaking wet,
and
you're at night and you're trying to sleep,
people have quit the game. I mean, they have straight up quit the game because they were so miserable having to be soaking wet for days.
Who was it? What's his name? Gabler?
Gabler.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I keep calling him Stabler or Stabler.
I was calling my granddaughter Gabby all day today, but Gabler, he was done for like 2. He just laid there like.
He was I
thought for sure he was going to lose the spear. Should we put a rope on it? Nah.
I thought for sure that he was in danger of ulcer territory with those open sores on the bottom of his foot.
Oh,
yeah.
Again, you have to have a better shelter. You have to. Again,
if you're not eating and you're not eating the calories you should be taking in, and you're working, anytime you're not laying down, you're working and burning those calories, you have to have sleep.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have to have sleep. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I said, you could see how miserable they were. And what's
Yeah.
the young kid? What's the young kid's name?
Sammy.
Sammy. He does look like, because the whole time, the whole 2 weeks I've been going, who does he remind me of? He does look like Patrick Mahomes.
He does.
That's
what we said, I go, that's it. That's it, Sammy. You look like Patrick Mahomes.
That's the football player, right? The quarterback?
Similar looks.
Quarterback for the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah. That's one of the only football players that Zach knows because his friends are Chiefs fans.
He's bigger than Patrick Mahomes, but he does have the hair like Patrick Mahomes, and he does have the kind of face. I was like, that's it. It's been bugging me. And Gabler, he sounds like an actor, and I can't figure it out. He's like dead on for some actor, and I cannot figure it out.
I don't know, but he was willing to eat worms. So
yes, it's like bacon. No, it's not. It's worms.
Yeah, that is. I am so sorry. I do not know what farm you grew up on.
Super looking forward to
for bacon.
Super looking forward to
got a few waffles and some worms.
I'm looking forward to the gross eating challenge where Gabler wins.
You're right, hands down. Just
right away. I mean, right away you go to worms.
Like, brah, it's day 4.
There's almonds. We found out there's almonds on this island.
Exactly.
You could have those.
Yeah.
I mean, after 6 hours of work, you could have an almond.
Yeah.
One almond.
Fun.
It's a healthy fat. I mean, there you go.
Just fun.
It's very filling.
I like smokehouse almonds. I don't know if I just, but I just cracked up. I go, okay.
You could milk it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm milking almonds.
But why do you go to worms so early in the game? It's like,
he's YOLOing it. This whole thing is Gabler's like big YOLO.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have an ass tattoo.
It's a bucket list, right?
Yeah.
Eating a worm on Survivor is clearly
but did you
that
see,
is truly not on my Survivor bucket list.
Did you see everybody's face? He's like going, worms.
They're like, what?
How did we get to? I mean, even on the first ever Survivor, it took them a while to go to rats.
It did,
right? It wasn't like day 3. Hey, let's go get some rats.
You okay there, buddy? It was just one storm. Got a lot of that, like 22 days left here.
Now, if they did have worms, would Shan be upset that someone took her piece of the worm?
Absolutely.
After they just got back from a reward shop.
Oh,
that's my worm!
Man. Can't wait to watch her play again.
Go dig your own worm.
It's my bacon.
All right, so we got a lot of...
I'm sorry, I don't eat pork. Can't do it.
Well, as Miami Mike says in the chat, maybe he just... Oop, it's not showing up. There we go. Maybe he just really loved How to Eat Fried Worms as the children's book.
It was
Do you remember that book, Jamie?
It's a literary masterpiece.
It's a literary masterpiece. It's. I think it's more of the millennial generation will get that. That's right. Out.
I'm still waiting to try green eggs and ham, so I don't know if I'd eat fried worms. I literally I have to be starving to eat fried worms.
Sometimes I randomly think about like how hungry or thirsty would I be to eat something, and the answer that I always come back with is, I think I'd rather die.
Well, here's the thing. We know that they will medvac. So, I mean, hold out as long as you need to. If you faint, Jeff's going to be on that beach with his New Balance and his ambulance crew. You're going to be okay.
Right. Do you want to meet Dr. Joe? All you need to do is faint.
What do we think here, Doctor? What do we think?
Anyways.
Was it worth going for the salt?
Oh, man.
Poor beast mode.
When you think about it, isn't it wild that was like 6 or 7 years ago at this point?
And I'll never forget it. I'll go to my grave.
I know. But it's wild to me how long ago that happened.
Yeah.
Time just moves on.
Just keeps on ticking. Sitting here snacking on our worms and
wasn't he? He was good friends with Ty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ty even went to his wedding.
Oh.
If I remember correctly.
Okay. I think you might be right.
I could be right.
He grew up so much from his season on Big Brother, like 2 years previous. He grew up so much.
Well, a near-death experience will do that to you.
Yeah. I'm so happy that he came to his senses and matured a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a lot of backstory tonight. Did it change how you felt about certain people? I will admit, Cody was annoying last week. His backstory did change a lot about how I felt about him this week. We got more of Gio's backstory. Which, and I don't know if anybody else out there is watching with their kids, but Zach was like, wow, that's so sad. Why did his parents kick him out? And I was like, well, and I was trying to explain it in a nice way without, disparaging anybody. And I was just like, well, sometimes, there's a different generation or, different whatever that sometimes has a tough time coming to terms with, something not being what you expected, and parents have expectations sometimes. I was like, but don't worry, your parents will love you and Alex no matter what.
I love that you did that, because I literally hollered over my shoulder to my kid and was like, hey, just so you know that if either you or your sister come to terms with the idea that you might be different, or you have a friend that is, you can come and talk to us, and no one in your family is going to disown you.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Well, we were watching it, so that provided more context, and he just looked at me and he was like, okay. Okay. Because he was more upset by the fact that Ellie's teacher told her that she was stupid. He was like, aren't teachers supposed to be nice? And I was like, yes, she must have just had
Not all of them are.
Yeah. I was like, sometimes people have bad days. I don't know. No, I didn't.
I did tell my kids if they ever rooted for the Dodgers, they were out.
Well,
you're out.
That's a different kind of...
You're out. You are out.
That's a different kind of acceptance.
You can kill somebody, and I'm okay with that. But you root for the Dodgers? See ya.
Bye.
No, but
I'm not joking.
There are times when, shows can actually have teachable moments, or just moments where you can bond with your kid. So that was,
I mean, hopefully, I guess it's always going to be a problem, but it's just, I go, it's your kid. How do you just send your kid out there?
Right? How do you send your kid out on the street?
Living on the streets. I mean, I just don't, I mean, I guess it'd be one thing if they, I mean, I'm not justifying it, but if they had somewhere else to go, like another family member where they're not living on the streets.
Yeah. Or,
because the streets are not safe.
Yeah, I need some time to work this out in my head. Go stay with your safe aunt or uncle, and I'll call you.
But again, it's your kid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And there's times that, when they, especially when the kids get older, you have conflicts with them, but there's never one point where I said, get the out of the house.
And
well, also you have conflicts over your kids about
everything,
decisions that are like, I want to major in music. I think you should major in political science, not like, this is who I am and it's not going to change.
Right.
Like,
not who you are at your core. Right?
Exactly. Like you argue with your kid over curfews or, stupid stuff. Like, don't go out wearing a shirt that's see-through or something. I don't know, something like that. Like those are more acceptable things to argue with your kid about.
I like wearing see-through shirts myself, though.
I know, but
I'm okay with it.
I know. That's because you want everybody to see that you have "livin" on your tattooed across your chest.
Exactly.
And you don't advertise it except for eat worms.
Worms taste like bacon.
Hashtag eat worms.
No.
But
I don't think I can eat bacon now. I just
you're gonna think about it. For everyone listening.
Well, I can't eat the bacon like Zachy, like squishy bacon.
Oh,
Zach just likes when you slap it on the thing and pull it off.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah, I always cook a little longer because I said, okay, I can't.
I'm like, Zach, bacon is supposed to be crunchy.
Long chewiness, right?
If you're biting into the bacon and you're pulling off the fat still, Zach is like, give it to me.
Yeah.
It's so gross. It's so disgusting. I refuse to do it like that. I'm like, Bacon is meant to be crispy, and that's how we're gonna eat it. And if you don't
'Cause
want it, then more for me.
When he's staying here, it's tough because Cindy likes her bacon charred.
Yeah.
I mean, just there's no fat. I go, well, I got to cook it separate. They go, why? I go, there is no way to cook it because we bake it now. We put it in the oven.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you do that.
And cook it that way now because it makes less mess and it does cook it. It does do a better job of cooking it.
We should switch to that. It's so annoying. Did you hear about how I made the bacon and accidentally spilled the fat and it damaged the burner because it spilled onto the burner and I had to like turn it off real quick. Oh, woo! I wasn't coffeeed up enough. Anyway, so I went to go pour it into I went to pour the bacon fat like from the skillet into a cup and like did it not great and it missed the cup some of it and leaked onto the burner. Oh, no. And it took, I cleaned it out, and it took like a good month before the burner worked again. Like, there was one point we were like, are we going to have somebody like fix this? Or is this burner just going to be like a dead burner for a really long time? Anyway.
You know what
bacon.
Would not have done that? You know what wouldn't have done that? Worms.
Because there's not enough of them, right?
There's not, yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
All right, so I really liked more of what we saw of Gio, of Cody.
Yeah, Gio seemed really sweet. I hope that he hangs in there. He seems pretty likable as of right now.
And he's an almond farmer, right? So he knows his almonds.
He got up there and got that almond. I like when he's like, no, you don't break it open like this.
Come on, city boy, come on.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, how many almonds does it take to put in a little can if there's only one in that thing?
Oh my God, it must take so many. Because really, like, your proper serving size per meal of almonds is a quarter of a cup. And, that's,
I think about that all the time when I'm at the store. I go, okay, here's a big bag of sunflower seeds. How many, there's tons of sunflower seed companies. Where are they getting all these sunflower seeds? I don't know.
Well, almonds are bad for the environment because they use too much water to grow.
So much water. And almond milk is delicious, but it's an irresponsible choice.
It is.
So now I can't have almonds. Jeez.
No, I eat almonds, and I do drink almond milk. I put a splash in because I'm lactose intolerant and I can't drink regular milk. And I try to get into oat milk. And
it's not the same, right? It's not quite the same.
It's not quite the same. I'll do it, but like I can't do it. Anyway, whatever. It's a real struggle that I have. I justify it by literally putting a teeny tiny drop and making that almond milk carton last for 3 weeks.
I haven't had almonds in years because I got sick on them. The last time I had them, I got sick on them. So when I get sick on something, I don't eat it forever.
Then it's done. Then we're done.
Yeah. All right. As Miami Mike has pointed out, bacon, almond, sunflower seeds, almond milk is turning to a foodie podcast. Yes, let's talk back about Survivor. We also got backstory from Ellie, which really tore at Zachary's heartstrings. Again, he was like, his mind was so blown. I was like, why are you more blown by a mean teacher than mean parents? Like, this is really upsetting to me, but okay.
Because parents are just, teachers are supposed to be loving and encouraging, and parents are just mean and tell you to go to bed and clean your room.
That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. But
she was excited for herself. I thought that was really cute. When she was like, I did that. My brain did that. That was really cute.
Yes, that was. And I totally understand her struggle because there have been many times where I have stared at something and been like, how am I supposed to read this?
Well, I like how Owen's her child that needs a lot of help.
Oh my God, that was amazing. And Sammy's her older child, even though he's younger and he's self-sufficient. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like the total opposite in this house.
And she said, Owen, we're getting frustrated. Let's go take a break.
They're just harder when we get frustrated. Pat, 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 pat.
And of course, then Owen, we find out Owen says he has to control himself from not being grumpy. Because he's a bit of a.
She even patted him on the head, as Miami Mike points out.
I loved him walking with that big iron skillet, or pot with the water.
He peed his pants.
He's talking himself down from the ledge the whole time.
Yes, nobody else wants water because I have to go get the water.
I'm fine. No, you're not. You need to drink more water.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Like he was just walking like so slowly and like it was just.
Why was he carrying it up so high?
I don't know. I don't know. Jay asked the
He
same thing.
He wasn't saving any more water.
Jay was like, "Why is he carrying it that way?" And I was like, "Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I would not carry it that way, but I'm not there. I don't know the logistics of holding that pot." Anyway. Maybe his wrist hurt, and that's how he decided he was going to carry it. I don't know. But yeah, no. I do like Owen though. Did you also catch the tribute, like kind of throwback to a Survivor the Amazon, where he said he was the junior deputy water boy?
Yes.
I don't remember that one.
Now, rumor has it, I don't have a confirmation, but rumor has it that he went to the same high school with Cesarino.
Oh, really?
He's from Long Island?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a Rob Cesarino, yes.
Cesarino.
But not at the same time, though, right?
No, because I wouldn't think so.
Sure that
he's a little bit younger, wouldn't you say?
I don't remember Owen being from New York. I'm gonna look that up.
I would say high school is Mark Hamill, but that's.
Were you friends? Were you besties?
No, because he's a good.
Does he know that he went to the same high school as you?
I don't know. I've tried commenting on it, but actually, where he lived was only probably about 3 blocks away from where I grew up.
Oh, fun!
They named the street. They named the street after him, and that's what I'm so pissed when I got back here in Raleigh. I go, that's right. I was going to go see the street and take a picture of it, and I forgot all about it.
Well, according to my notes from the videos, Owen is from Maryland and Louisiana.
And Rob was in
Long
New York
Island.
The whole time? Long Island?
Yes. I know a Long Island accent when I hear one. All of the time.
Okay.
We're very indistinguishable. We're very not indistinguishable. We're very distinguishable. You always know Long Island voices. No Long Island voices. We can hear it.
To be fair, we all do.
So does everybody else.
It's not a secret. It's not hard to figure out. Oh, you must be from Texas. No.
Texas.
I'm from Long Island.
You could even tell the difference between like Long Island, New York City, upstate New York, New Jersey. Like everything is, to me at least, I can hear it. I can hear it.
It's like figuring out people from the deep south. You're like going, okay, I can't understand you, so you must be from the deep south.
Oh my god, I talked to somebody on the phone at work today, and they were from the south, and they were speaking in like half sentences, like they assumed I knew what they were talking about, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to explain to me. And then I had to keep like repeating it back because the accent was so thick, and I was like, oh my god, this is a disaster. This person probably thinks I'm an idiot, but whatever.
It's like someone from Scotland, right? Is it Scotland or Ireland?
Oh yeah, Scottish and Irish accents are also different though.
Yeah,
they are. Yep, they have some similarities. But I spent years in my early 20s and late high school years doing telemarketing, and we were quickly trained on how you need to speak depending on what part of the country you are calling, like your inflections and like how quickly you need to get to the point. And it's very different calling someplace in New Jersey compared to like someplace in Louisiana.
Yeah. And I tell this all the time, but when I first moved here, I worked at Duke University Medical Center, and I worked for a practice there, and the patients were all from Durham, Creedmoor, like, Southern accents. They were all older, and they complained at first that they couldn't understand what I was saying on the phone. So I took a cue from Reese Witherspoon in Sweet Home Alabama, where she explained in the press tour that she actually learned how to neutralize her Southern accent and worked really hard to copy the accents of the people around me so I could really lessen the Long Island, because it is really bad. Like I love my Long Island accent, but like it is very strong is what I'm trying to say. It's strong.
when we were in Switzerland, we kept getting lost in the train because there was a communication gap, and we kept getting. So we're at the end of this thing, and we're outside like an AM, PM, 7-Eleven, any convenient Circle K, whatever, and we're talking to these people from Switzerland, and they had a thick, they had like a French type German accent. And they finally go, "Where are you guys from?" We said America. They said, "Where from?" North Carolina. They went, and they're looking at us. I go, "Oh, originally California," because they're like, "You don't sound like you're from North Carolina."
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a Southern accent.
Yeah.
So they were like, I think we ruined it for them.
Oh. To be fair, there's not a lot of people from North Carolina that live in North Carolina. It's a lot of transplants in our area, at least. Our area.
Oh yeah.
But that's the Hawaii thing too. So that's what I mean when you were talking about his accent. It's like, yeah, because it does. His accent has no Iowa in it whatsoever. Like, it doesn't sound Midwest at all.
No.
But it also doesn't sound Hawaiian either. It literally sounds. It literally sounds like Cajun of some sort. Like, it doesn't sound anything
maybe his parents are Cajun or something like that. It's a small town, so maybe it's a group. It just migrated to Iowa.
Yeah, that's a transplant from swampland to cornfields, my friend.
Yeah. If you build it, they will come.
And eat all of your bugs. All right. Let's moving on. Is there anything else that it's kind of been tough this season to talk about the episodes where there hasn't been that much strategy. There was almost no strategy. Like the most strategy that we heard tonight was actually Justine.
Find the beads.
Doing the bead thing, and Noelle and Ellie. Janine and Ellie talking about how the boys on their tribe, the men on their tribe, weren't actually playing the game. So that was the bulk of the strategy talk. So it is kind of tough to.
There was the one thing we did not talk about is Gabler's his advantage working for his second. Because when they had to dig through his bag.
Oh yes, yeah. I couldn't believe that they went through his bag.
To change to look at the.
I would never do this in the real world, but.
Yeah, I find that to be a little bit.
I think all they had to do was ask him.
Yeah, I think if it hadn't been anyone else, maybe you would have to dig in the bag. But like,
he was pretty honest and upfront at first, and I was like going, no, it's good for his second tribal camp.
He would absolutely for sure be like, let's go check it out, right? And get out and read it and show everyone.
Because all you do say is like, well, you're still good for the next tribal because you have the. It's good for two. That's all you had to do. Say something like that. You didn't have to go through his bag. Because it's. I realize that's part of the game, but it's not a good look.
Yeah,
agreed.
I know that you guys are like you don't dig on the digging in the bag thing, but I feel like on Survivor, that's the only time you can actually go through somebody's purse and it'd be okay.
I don't want to go through someone's purse. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's a night. I literally would just bring my wife the purse. I go, here you go. She couldn't get. I go no because after 3 or 4 seconds I'm gonna get ticked because there's too much crap in here and I can't find it.
But see, now it's sort of a different game than it used to be, where people used to take the idol and they would just put it in their bag. But now everyone has to get creative of where they hide it.
Right.
Because you can search the bag and people are getting more comfortable with doing that, I think, every season than what they used to be.
Now, don't get me wrong. I would let someone else that I'm aligned with look through the bag.
Right. Just not you. Like you.
But I'm not gonna look through the bag. I'd be like, "What do you think? It's in the bag?"
Wink, nudge.
I'm sitting here and I'm actually actively trying to figure out if I would be in the look in the bag category or the look in the bag category, which anybody listening and not watching us on audio right now, on video right now, we're doing that big head motion thing.
I would be the lookout. I would be the lookout.
There you go.
I kind of think that I would try to be the head nod, look in the bag person, but then get really frustrated that nobody was finding what I was looking for, and then just be like, "Give me the freaking bag."
Let me do it. I'll find it.
Yeah, that's a big violation of trust, though. So that's gonna be real.
But
fun
as
to
we
play
can,
that.
spoiler alert, the previews we saw, it could come back and bite that person in the butt because you're breaking because Gabler's all about trust. He's been honest the whole time.
Yeah,
and now you've broken the trust with him, and you don't want to ever put a target on your back. Was it that big a deal that you had to find out right now?
Exactly. Like, I also kind of think, like, we might have been like a little overeager here. Like, it's kind of messed up.
How about we work on the
look
shelter
in
a little bit
bag.
and not look through his bag?
Yeah, especially because he has it. You don't know that you're going to tribal council or not. So, like, basically, they did all that for nothing.
Right.
But I think it is a great tell that you can see that there's one or two people that are highly allergic to conflict. So they chose to go through the bag rather than create a conflict between another person in their tribe. So,
or just ask, be like, "Yo, Rob, I
don't think. Like I said, if it was me, I'd be like, I might lie to you. I'll be honest with you. I might lie to you. There's a good chance. I wouldn't tell you. To be honest with you.
I don't know if you'd say that though, because Justine said
did not work for Justine.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but I wouldn't say I'm very good at lying. I'm very good at
right.
straight poker face. I would not say. I would never tell anybody that on Survivor because it's a kiss of death, and like we saw, it hurt her because she goes, "Oh, I can lie to anybody," and you don't say that.
Yeah,
there's certain things you have to keep to yourself. Like Jeff says, people are asking, proof. What's the deal? Why do people say? And because you got to build trust. It's like currency. You got to no, you don't have to do that.
You really don't. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't need currency. Like
no. There's worms.
There's worms. There's almonds.
So many worms back there. It was a great deal. Help yourself.
But I didn't get it. I was like going, I don't understand what, because because Owen was wrong. He said no, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that he gets it for the two tribals. Why would it be only good for two tribal councils without you?
Right.
Why would you even take that chance? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but hey,
a lot of these new.
Sorry, it was wrong.
Yeah, a lot of these new advantages are not good advantages. I mean, if it works out, it worked out for Cody. I mean, he now has an idol, but he could have easily have gone home tonight.
But look at Dwight. Look at poor Dwight hanging out. Like, oh, my island husband voted without discussing it with me. We're going to talk about this later.
Yeah. but he kept saying, I have no say. I have no say. I have no say. Then he's mad about, well, you have no say.
Yeah. Now listen, here's the thing. When reading his bio, this is my thought on Dwight, was that he was going to probably be somebody who played like this, because the very first thing said that his biggest pet peeve is that when people hear his name and they immediately say, oh, like on The Office.
Yeah.
And he can't stand that. And if you cannot embrace that, then you might be a little bit iffy. You might be.
I mean, I get it. It's Dwight from The Office.
Dwight. There's certain names that.
But it's not Michael Scott. I'd rather be Dwight than Michael Scott. I think.
I don't know. I think I'd rather be Michael Scott.
It's not a highly popular name, right? So.
But Dwight was comfortable with himself.
Yeah,
that's
true. Michael wasn't. But
Michael's still a popular name. Michael with a middle name Scott is something that has been ruined a little bit. Let's see. So going back to the chat, Miami Mike says that he was really hoping for a 2-2 tie. Yes.
Interesting. But I hate somebody going home on rocks. I hate that so much.
Yeah. Especially this early. And then he said, are we going to see Cody's tattoo every episode? I think we're going to see Cody's tattoo every episode.
He's proud of he's proud of his ass tattoo.
Yeah, it may be take a shot. It might be the take a shot of this Survivor.
And again, he's ass maker, right? He's Cody ass maker.
Yeah, ass maker.
Yeah, so you have to see it. You have to see it.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Actually, you know what? Before we move on to tally the vote, I think we're gonna have to take a quick commercial break right here. All right, we're back. Moving on.
Damn, that commercial. It's all about tattoo asses.
Oh, went on
tattoo
and on.
asses.
Do you have hemorrhoids? Here's a tattoo for you.
Anyway, moving on. I have already started to tally our votes. We all had Justine as a pre-merge boot, and I had her going home this week. Now, do we get 1 point per pre-merge, 3 points per merge. So right now we're still in the 1 point territory. I, again, was this season years old when I realized that was a thing. So, cool. So right now as it stands, Jamie has 1, Jack has 1, and I have 2. Woohoo! Do we want to do this and then do feedback? Because I just realized that we actually have 2 emails.
Do the emails first.
All right,
Feedback.
all right. We'll do the emails first. Everybody think about their picks while we're doing the emails. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The first email is from Shandy.
Shandy.
And she says, just need to chime in and say that in French, vessie means bladder. The spelling is slightly different, Vessie.
Means what? Ladder?
Bladder.
Oh, bladder. Okay,
Yeah, like the thing that holds your pee.
Yeah, okay, I know what a bladder is.
Yeah, well, in case anybody out there listening doesn't know what a bladder is. But all pre-merge long, all I've been able to hear is Jeff talk about how Bladder is doing in the challenges. So, you know how, that old game where you read your fortune cookie and you put in bed at the end? I think that we're going to have to from now on, anytime Jeff says Vessie, substitute that with Bladder and see what kind of hilarity ensues.
All right.
Yay for another season of Survivor and listening to you all break it down. XOXO Shandy. Shandy Pants, if you ever want to join us, we would love to have you because you're on this coast now, so you're watching it with us.
And I'm gonna mess a week here soon, so.
Oh, that's right.
I feel it happening.
Our trip is following the Amazing Race. Germany to Austria.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's right. I totally forgot. When are you're leaving on when is it, October 20th?
I think it is the 20th. I think it's the 20th.
You're gone the 20th to the 28th, right?
Yeah.
I pay attention. Don't worry. 20th.
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
pretty sure it's something like that.
We're going to the airport tomorrow? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I might miss 2 weeks.
You
Maybe,
are
right?
leaving the day because Zach is going to be. Yeah, you're leaving on the 20th. So you will only miss 1 week because the 20th is a Thursday. And Zach will be with you on the 19th.
Okay.
And since he's tracked out, I give him permission to watch it and join you on the podcast if he wants to. Whatever.
Okay, perfect.
He'll sleep the next day. So, wow, we might have 2 guests. We might have Zachary on the 19th. And then, I don't know, I guess, Shanty Pants, if you can do it, that would be awesome on the 26th. If it's an hour long, we'll start at 9:15 and be done by hopefully 10:15.
Sure it'll be an hour long when I'm not here.
You're not here.
Yeah. Anyway, we can like totally talk about this offline. All right, next email comes from Mandy.
Mandy!
And Mandy says, cold take, 90-minute Survivor episodes should happen every week. The first half hour, getting more backstory on camp life is great. Last week I hated Cody and found him annoying. I think he's growing on me after this week. I agree, Mandy. I reluctantly agree. Okay, the twist of needing to get stuff from the other players may be more fun than bunny rabbits eating dinner in a mailbox.
Oh, yes.
I usually like Mandy's emails, but no, I don't want more 90 minutes.
Like
I don't think we will because we have the new Love Boat.
Oh,
It's gonna be on
that's
Wednesday
right.
Really about.
'Cause
That's what this was about.
Yeah, because I also don't like the hour and a half Amazing Race because it's more notes for me to take. At least the person that went home last week was a name I couldn't pronounce, so I was like, oh, I hate to be. It's like thank you for me.
Thank you for me. That's what they do it. They do it all for you, Jeff.
Thank you, because I was like, I can't figure this name out.
Good for you. All right, I think it is time to make our predictions.
I need some oil in my chair.
I hear that. I hear that. Woo!
That could be my body. You don't know.
Oh,
I'm
for the
old.
love of God.
Your back cracked.
Oh, yes, please don't make that noise again. I dislike it.
I promise I won't.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I paused. I freaking knew it. I was like, oh, Jack's going to make that noise again.
I broke my promise.
All right. Moving on. It is time. Stop procrastinating. Oh, if you have any emails, you can send it to SurvivorJJC@gmail.com.
That wasn't me.
All right. Who is going first today? Jack, do you want to start? I think I could start too.
Jeez.
I can start if you don't have.
Yes, I can't think of a name.
I'm going to go with Noelle.
Noelle?
I think
That's a
that
good choice.
if that red tribe goes again, and they seem to, based on their challenge performance this week, I don't know how great it's going to be next week.
That's a good choice, and she was pretty upset.
Yeah.
By the
So
vote.
I think it's a big if they go to tribal, but I'm going to go with Noelle because I think she's just happens to be on the bad side of the numbers.
Yeah. She didn't want to.
I also think she has a bit of a temper.
Is she your pick too then?
I'm gonna take. That's a good choice because she was really upset with Nika.
Yeah.
And she didn't hide it.
Yeah. I don't know how long Nika is for this game. If she's gonna continue to perform poorly in challenges, especially if Noelle is because she was upset. She was even mentioned this week. Like, I could have brought the strength. I wish I hadn't sat out. So yeah. I don't know how long Nika is for the game when it comes to like her challenge performances. But
she also screwed up on the puzzle challenge too. So it was it wasn't just a matter of physical challenge. She screwed up. She dropped. As they say, she dropped the bag. So
yeah. All right. So Noelle, Jamie, are you thirding Noelle or?
No, I'm gonna go with Gabler.
Gabler, also a solid pick.
He has an idol.
Well, I don't think he'll play it. I don't know. I know it's a little bit of a long shot, but hear me out.
Okay.
He is foolish, a little bit foolish. Foolhardy, maybe foolhardy.
Oh yeah, he's that moron that would sacrifice himself hands down.
And I feel like he has some low-key tension with Sammy after their game last week.
Mm-hmm.
They were having to hold up the board. And I think after the conversation about rooting through the bag, I think there's going to be some tension between him and Janine, and I don't think that Ellie is going to allow it. I think she's going to call a shot, and they're going to find a way to flush it and maybe get him out.
I like that, but I just again, he has no reason not to play it, but it could go down in history as why would you not play it? And he doesn't play it, or he gives it to somebody else.
See, I'm kind of thinking maybe he could possibly give it to somebody else, but I don't know that there's anybody on his tribe where he was all like, "We're best friends and you can't go, so I'm going to play this for you."
Well, he's big on, I've been honest the whole time, and he has been, so that that eventually will hurt his game.
I just think I do not see him being I don't see him long for the game. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good player.
Interesting. No.
I
admire the YOLO, but yeah, agree.
Yeah. I feel like the second that you howl loudly on the island, you have ruined your game. Just
worms.
Well, we'll find out next week on Survivor. I think it might be a 60-minute episode. Who knows, though?
Who knows? We'll find out.
I'm pretty sure it's 60 minutes. Because you have the new love boat.
That's true.
Which looks like a stupid show, but that's okay.
As if there wasn't enough Jerry O'Connell in this world.
And Rebecca Romaine. Rebecca Romaine. I didn't see this coming, but
everyone's got bills to pay.
Well, also, it could be fun. Somebody will watch it.
Are you gonna watch it?
I don't. I'm still meaning to watch the challenge. So, and I haven't gotten around to that.
Well, I'm like still reeling coming down from one of the most satisfactory like endgame wins
A
in
Big Brother
reality TV show history. So, like,
yeah, I'm
not
happy that
jumping
chick
into another
won.
one.
I followed on social media. I've never seen an episode of Big Brother except for that one that we talked about last week, which I had no idea what was going on because it was in the middle of the season. But it was when that Erin chick was on it. It was like 10 years ago.
She's horrible, yeah.
However, I had
a lot of people on Big Brother are horrible.
Yes, I feel like they
there's a
like
handful,
literally
though.
picked the worst of the worst for Big Brother.
There is a couple on Amazing Race that played on Big Brother.
Oh.
Yes, Derek and Claire are fantastic, wonderful, awesome, the bestest people, and I'm so pumped for the Amazing Race.
Not today. I haven't seen today's episode, but last week they were first.
Yeah.
And they were first by pretty good margin.
And they're fantastic allies and great people, and like they're a good team to root for.
Because there was a funny scene where they have to break this ice, and he's got a chicken, he's being all drama, he's being, and she's like going,
yeah, come on, man.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I always mean to watch those shows. I'm so bad at TV. But if it's not something that Jay is like, we're gonna watch this now, then I'm just not gonna watch it. Like I'm just.
Well, I know Gott gave up on the Amazing Race, and he made a mistake.
Mm.
I'm telling him, come back around. There's 0 non-elimination rounds. You better
Yes, which is something he complained about.
Yep.
Miami Mike said the winner gave one of the best final speeches ever. You should just watch the 2-minute finale speech.
You should.
Maybe I will actually. That's something that is very doable to me. I'm interested in that kind of stuff. I did follow it, the drama. Obviously, I don't know specifics because I followed it on Twitter, but like I did follow it, so I do have a vague,
have an understanding.
I just follow Jamie on Twitter and watch. I don't have to watch it.
It's all there. It's all there, bit by bit. You got it.
All right. On that note, everybody, thank you for listening to us talk about Survivor. If you have any feedback, we would love to hear it, especially, what you think about it. SurvivorJJC@gmail.com.
Send in your best worm recipe.
Yes.
How do you like them?
Yes.
I like them sauteed.
Ugh. Not baked like your bacon?
Throw them in the bacon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Put it in with the grease. You take a needle and you pump the worms with the grease. They pump up and they fry a lot better.
Thank you to the patrons.
Then when you buy into the worm, it's like, that's so
Thank you
tasty.
to the patrons. Yeah, fried green worms. I know the state fair is coming up, and it's not outside of the realm of possibility that we will.
Forget your fried Twinkies.
You're squishy.
Let the audio record show the face that I am making right now. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that
caught my teeth.
Contribute at a certain level. Now
I can't get it out.
Eckhart Rigner, Tack from France, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed the Creepy Mailman. Thank you guys so much. We need to get out of here because they are not going to stop talking about worms, guts, and whatever they're doing.
It gets caught in your front teeth, and you're like,
we gotta go.
Back and forth.
We straight up gotta go. The chat is swimming in. Worm scampi, worm salad, ew, gross. Okay. On that note, thank you all for listening. Love your feedback, just not about how you eat fried worms, barbecue worms, whatever it is. We're gonna
barbecue worms. That would be good too.
Sauteed worms. Okay. All right. We are done, people. We are done with the worm talk. All right. On that note, thank you so much.
You know you're going to have bad dreams about worms tonight.
You're going to eat those worms and go swimming in Defecation Island.
My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Worm Man.
Peace out, everybody. I'm so sorry. Don't give us bad reviews, please.
Oh, go ahead. We don't care.
Please don't. Goodbye. Worms Sundays, rack of worms. Ew, you guys are all gross. Good night.
Rack of worms.
I gotta stop this.
Are you going to end it?
Yes, I'm ending it now.